Israeli forces in Gaza turn their focus to Hamas's infamous tunnel system. A fighter from Izz al-Din al-Qassam stands in front of a tunnel during an exhibition of weapons, missiles, and heavy equipment for the military wing of Hamas in the Maghazi camp in the central Gaza Strip during the commemoration of the 2014 war that lasted 51 days between Gaza and Israel. Underground, long tunnels that connect to hospitals and schools are connected by them. They have communication rooms, ammunition warehouses, places to stay, and everything in order to be used as a base of terrorism to harm the citizens of the State of Israel and the soldiers of the IDF, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant said at a press briefing Tuesday, according to an NBC translation from Hebrew. And as bad as Gaza is above ground, underground is much worse. Israeli military spokespeople have signaled that the limited windows during which Israel stops shelling Gaza City to allow humanitarian evacuations will likely continue, as expectations mount that the next phase of Israel's campaign will be a push to storm Gaza City and the underground spiderweb of Hamas tunnels woven beneath. Israel says it is only outright targeting Hamas operatives and positions and stresses its evacuation warnings to civilians to move south, though its bombings continue in heavily populated areas of southern Gaza as well. Hamas is a Palestinian militant group that operates in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank. The group was founded in 1987 during the First Intifada against Israeli rule. One notable aspect of Hamas's activities is the construction of tunnels, often used for military purposes. Hamas has employed tunnels for various reasons, including smuggling weapons, conducting surprise attacks, and providing shelter for its fighters. These tunnels have been a source of tension and conflict between Hamas and Israel. Israel has expressed concerns about the use of tunnels for launching attacks and smuggling weapons into Gaza. The construction and use of tunnels by Hamas have been a significant security challenge in the region, and efforts have been made to detect and neutralize these tunnels to prevent potential threats to Israel's security. The issue of tunnels has been a part of the broader Israeli-Palestinian conflict, reflecting the ongoing tensions between the two sides. In response to the threat posed by Hamas tunnels, Israel has implemented various measures to detect, destroy, and prevent the construction of these underground passages. Detection technologies include seismic sensors, ground-penetrating radar, and other advanced equipment to identify tunneling activities. Military operations have also been conducted by the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, to destroy existing tunnels. These operations typically involve a combination of airstrikes, ground operations, and advanced intelligence gathering to locate and neutralize the tunnels. The goal is to eliminate the infrastructure that Hamas uses for smuggling weapons and launching attacks against Israel. The construction of tunnels by Hamas has been a contentious issue, with Israel arguing that these structures are used for military purposes, posing a direct threat to its security. Israel maintains a blockade on the Gaza Strip, restricting the flow of goods and materials that could be used in the construction of tunnels. Critics of Israel's actions argue that the blockade and military operations disproportionately impact the civilian population in Gaza and contribute to the cycle of violence in the region. The issue of tunnels is intertwined with the broader challenges of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, including territorial disputes, the status of Jerusalem, and the right of return for Palestinian refugees. Efforts to address the underlying political and socio-economic issues in the region are essential for achieving a long-term resolution to the conflict, including finding a peaceful and sustainable solution to the security concerns related to Hamas tunnels. The situation is complex, with various geopolitical, historical, and cultural factors influencing the dynamics between Israel and the Palestinians. The situation in the region remains complex and multifaceted, with both sides experiencing ongoing tensions and periodic escalations of violence. International actors, including the United Nations and various diplomatic entities, have been involved in efforts to mediate and find a peaceful resolution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. Addressing the challenge of Hamas tunnels involves not only military and security measures, but also addressing the root causes of the conflict. Issues such as the status of Palestinian territories, the establishment of a viable Palestinian state, and the recognition of Israel's right to exist are central to any comprehensive peace agreement. International initiatives, such as the Oslo Accords and the Roadmap for Peace, have aimed at finding a two-state solution that would establish an independent and sovereign Palestinian state alongside Israel. However, the implementation of such agreements has faced numerous obstacles, including disputes over borders, the status of Jerusalem, the right of return for Palestinian refugees, and the ongoing security concerns on both sides. Efforts to improve the socio-economic conditions in the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, as well as addressing the humanitarian needs of the Palestinian population, are crucial components of any comprehensive peace plan. International aid and development assistance play a role in alleviating the suffering of civilians affected by the conflict. The situation continues to evolve, and the prospects for a lasting resolution remain uncertain. Ongoing diplomatic efforts, regional dynamics, and the willingness of both parties to engage in meaningful dialogue will be essential in moving towards a more stable and peaceful future for the region.